Good day, guys. This is Mr. Prince Maths and Science class, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about projectile motion and formulas you need to know on projectile motion. So, first of all, projectile motion is the motion of an object that is launched into the air and moves under the influence of gravity only. And the key characteristic part of a projectile motion is that the path followed is a parabola. For example, an example is a ball thrown up. So let's say there's a person here, okay, and he throws the ball up. This is the ball, right? The ball goes up and it eventually comes down to the floor, okay. So even a rifle being fired is an example of projectile motion, and is an aircraft too. So, and the motion of a projectile is split into horizontal and vertical components. So for the horizontal motion, there's constant velocity, right? And for the vertical component, most of the time it has a constant acceleration because the acceleration is due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, G equals 9.8 meter per second squared, right? So the gravity only affects the vertical direction of an object. So, and the horizontal speed stays constant. So one thing, whenever you are resolving the velocity for projectile motion, so now I want to talk about the formulas you need to know in projectile motion. So for the velocity in the horizontal component, you have ux is equals to u cos theta. Okay. And for vertical velocity, you have uy equals u sine theta. Okay. Also, if we are talking about time of flight, the formula for time of flight. The formula for the time of flight, it will be t is equals to 2u sine theta over g. 2u sine theta over g. So I want you to keep all these formulas in mind. Another formula you need to know is how to calculate whenever you have to calculate maximum height. So when you have to calculate the maximum height, is equal to h equals to u squared sine squared theta 2g. Also, they can also ask you for total time taken. For the total time taken, that will be t is equals to 2t. So that will two times the time of flight. Okay. Another formula you need to know is the horizontal range. Horizontal range. For the horizontal range, that's r is equals to u squared sine 2 theta over g. So that's the formula for finding the horizontal range. And one thing you need to know is that note that the maximum range occurs at 45 degrees, because when you do sine 2 times 45, right, so that will be sine 90 degrees. Okay, and so sine 90 degrees equals to 1. So we also for the horizontal motion, the formula for the horizontal motion is x is equals to u cos theta t. So, and for vertical motion, so sometimes you could be asked to find the vertical motion. For vertical motion represented as y, okay, is equals to u sine theta t minus 1 over 2 gt squared. Okay, this is for the vertical motion. So for the velocity at horizontal, so for if you want to call velocity at any time, you want to find the velocity at any time. I already talked about velocity, so this is for velocity at any time. So for the horizontal component, it will be u cos theta, and for the vertical component, it will be u sine theta minus gt. So just keep this formula in mind. And if you ask to find the resultant velocity, so the formula for the resultant velocity is v is equals to square root of vx squared plus vy squared. Okay. Also, if you are asked to find angle of velocity, that will be tan theta. That will be tan theta is equals to vy over vx. Okay. So there are some special cases you need to remember. So at the highest point, okay, at the highest point, vy is equals 0, and at the highest point, the velocity is equals to the horizontal part only. Okay, so that means for the vertical part is 0, and this is when you are at the highest point, the highest height, the velocity so it only focuses on the horizontal component. And the time to reach maximum height, you need to know that the time to reach maximum height is time, let me write it, time to reach maximum height. Okay, so that will be t is equals to u sine theta over g. Okay, so that's all the formulas you need to know. So these are all the formulas you need to know for projectile motion. And in the next video, I'm going to be doing examples on projectile motion, questions that from simple to one that are a little bit more difficult. So that will be all for this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and peace out.